We are talking today on the Master Force Coaches Corner. We are talking about how spirituality is used in the Master Force life coaching. And we are with one of my phenomenal eight diamond, Coach Kimberly. Coach Kim, how you doing, Coach?
Great, Coach Rita slash Mama Moo, as I always call you, for allowing me to be on. How are you today?
I am just wonderful. I am so excited about life right now. I mean,
Mm,
you know, things are shifting and you can tell we're moving in a different direction because why is so much chaos in the world? And
so
when
much.
there's chaos, you know that there's actually order being constructed.
Yes.
So I'm not scared.
Okay. Yeah, we ready.
We
We do.
ready. We are ready. So thank you for taking this time to talk with us. And I'm just going to be asking you a few questions, and and you can elaborate as long as you want to. But just remember, this is a brief conversation because if people want to come back and find you and get in the sessions, you'll give us that information later. Okay?
Okay.
So
And
in our Master Force coaching, one of the tenets that we teach is about the life quadrant,
whew,
right?
powerful.
Can
It's
you,
so
yeah, can you give your audience a little bit of information about the life quadrant, just so they can be on the same page with us?
yes, MEPS, as we call it, MEPS.
Yeah.
MES, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual. And it's life.
Yes.
Everything that you're going to need, like you know how the scripture says that we have all things pertaining to life and godliness.
That's right.
This is,
Yep.
am I on the right page?
You're on the right page.
So
Great.
yeah,
Go ahead. Keep going.
I was going to say, when you were just talking about the shifts that's happening, that has everything to do with those of us who are not afraid and we actually know what it is. It's because we're tapped in to our spirit, which I believe is a direct connection to divine source, God, universe, how I believe they're all the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that mental and the, you know, whoever is watching this, is it just Master Force coaches?
No, this is
Okay.
public. This is
Okay.
everybody.
So this is what, but let me put this out there. If you are considering taking a coaching program to become a certified life coach, you need to take Master Force coaching because it is going to tell you all about you,
Thank you.
everything, all about your spirit. I mean, it's amazing. No other course is doing this. So you get to be reintroduced to your core self. And that's why I really wanted to do this one about spirituality, because we're taught what? We're taught Western culture, religion and spirituality are the same. They're not,
Right.
right?
Right. That's right.
So MEPS, what does MEPS do? It helps us understand the mental programming, right?
Yep.
Everything starts with that subconscious, the programming, and how we need to. I feel like, you know how you teach us in the course, you have to like give them a mental break.
Yes.
I believe you need to turn it off to turn it on.
That's right. Reset.
Yes, right.
Mhm.
That back to you, right? I'm
Come on,
trying to be.
girl. Right.
I don't.
You gonna get to preaching in a minute.
I preachers in my family. I tell people I'm the person you go ever meet, but and then we go to emotions, right? Oh my God. So this is, I'm gonna say real brief about those emotions, why they got to be intact. First off, as you teach in Master Force, do not turn your emotions off. They're your guide,
Yeah,
right?
that's
They
right.
are your guide. You need them. You do not dismiss them. However, this is what I think people miss as it relates to emotions. And I dealt with this personally pertaining to like some of my clients. I
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can express, and they think expressing their emotions means you get to be disrespectful. That's not what expressing emotions means,
No.
right? So
Right.
there's a level of emotional intellect that's required. And the first tier of emotional intellect is personal competence.
Right.
So back to the point in Master Force that teaches to not to, disregard your emotions. You got to know yourself to know what makes you sick, what makes you happy, what makes life quadrant. You
That's,
got to know to do life well.
you
You got
gotta
to know.
know yourself. If you don't know anything, you have to know yourself.
Yes. And then P, that physical. Now, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all all listen. Everybody that's listening knows that coaches, we're gifted, purposed, and trained, but we still humans. And I'm gonna tell y'all this physical part, y'all got to send me some good energy because I'm always trying to get this physical part together. And you teach us in Master Force the thing that is the hardest for you that you want to run away from is the thing you need to run into.
That's right. That's
Right?
right. Because you resist you can resist all you want to, but it's gonna keep showing up.
It will. So I like how Master Force teaches with that physical, what you're eating and putting in your mouth is constantly telling self we are extending life or we're shortening life.
Mm-hmm.
And it does, it hits our hormones, our chemicals.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah, you testify now, right?
I, I, it's sometimes it's funny because when I was younger, I would hear older people say after I would like wake up and I say, "Oh, I had this crazy dream." You know what they would tell me?
What?
Well, what did you eat? What did you eat before?
Yes.
And I used to be like, "What are you talking about?" Now I understand because I've went through this training,
Yeah.
and I cultivate um what you're eating does it gets into that it affects your body.
It affects
Really
everything. That's right. Yeah.
everything. And then you be wondering why your breath stink and then why you got smells coming out your butt. Okay, but anyway, we ain't gonna get into that. Yeah, you're gonna I'm listening. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I
Oh,
was just saying that's great because that really people don't realize people don't really make the connection to their health in food. And we have to get that message out there.
yeah, I remember going through a raw vegan detox, and in that is where I learned about um even the animals, right? Even the animals that we eat and the trauma
Yeah.
that some of them endured and how that energy we get it when we eat it. You know what I mean? So
Because it
even
gets in their hormones too. And then when
it
you eat it, you're eating their cells. So come on now.
really is. And so it's like, I'm not against or for either way. What I am going to say is this: we need to be aware. And I'm like, if you need to say certain type of prayer so that energy doesn't transfer to you, do it or whatever you need to do. But you need to be cognizant.
Yes.
I, you got to be cognizant of that. And then the physical got to be right if you want to keep up with Mama Moo. Okay, so I just got this story. This I got to finally see. I'm so connected to her, but I finally got to see her probably like a year after I took maybe a year or two after I took, got my certification. And we were just having a good time, and some music came on, and Vic, I was like, I can't get on the floor like that and get right back up. I can't even do. Let me drink some more water.
Alkaline water too. Right.
That physical got to be together because we want to not just be existing, but we want to live while we're here. Well, and then the world is opening back up. We got places to go, and you need to be healthy to be able to do that. Now that spiritual part, woo, yes, spiritual. I feel like that's all about self,
Yeah.
core of us, higher self. Um, oh God, I feel like I have so much to say and too much to say about spiritual, and we're at 10 minutes already. Go ahead, I'm listening. Yes.
No, that's great. And I want you to elaborate as much as you want to on spiritual because one of the things that I've been able to pick up with everybody talking about mental illness, it's really not a mental illness that people are dealing with. They're not spiritually grounded. Okay.
Yeah.
So when people get spiritually grounded, you're going to have stuff happen. I mean, that's why I was posting about all the stuff I didn't had to live through. Like, listen, you going to have stuff happen. But
Well,
when I like how you did that funnel, when you connected with God, source, the universe, Allah, whatever you want to, Buddha, whoever you want to call that
yeah,
energy, okay?
yes,
Whatever, when you connected to that, you know that it's all good. This is growing me through something. So you got to get
yes,
out of your head, okay? So go
yes.
ahead and talk about the spirit.
I agree. So this is the concern with grounding spiritually. It's very difficult to do that when, again, in Western culture, as it relates to religion, we are taught there is something wrong with you. You are so disconnected from God's source, right?
Right.
You're filthy. God is perfect. And you're just always trying to get to this perfection, right? Well, if that's true, I don't believe we weren't born disconnected. We were conditioned to be disconnected.
Yes.
So this is why it's so important to reset, as you said earlier, back to who we are. That's when we can ground. But I believe that we can't get grounded spiritually until we first understand, okay, there's nothing wrong with me. God and source is in me. God or source is not some faraway place,
That's right.
in me. I think we have to change our minds concerning that before we can even get comfortable with us being who we are. You know what I mean?
That's brilliant. That's brilliant, Coach Kim, because really, if you think that God is hard to reach, when really all you have to do is close your eyes and breathe, the greatest asset you have is in you. Yes.
Yes. So it's like having everything you need and you are not aware of it. So if you're not aware, you cannot benefit from it. And that thus a lot of the mental illnesses, a
What
lot of
people are calling mental illness,
so,
because when
yeah,
you tapped into it when you first said the programming. So
yeah,
anytime you
exactly.
see mainstream going in a certain direction, you have to pull back. That's part of the reset, right? Wait a
Yes.
minute. If they going over there, I need to be looking in the opposite direction. So if they're trying to say that mental illness is the issue, then I have to look and see what's really going on.
Yeah. Yes. You said it like only you could say it. I agree. And that's a way I can tell, like with my clients, when I just can see when they're not spiritually grounded. They say a lot of cliches, a lot
Mm.
of heard. And it has no, I'm like, you don't even believe in that at your core. That's not who you are.
Yes.
And it is the most difficult thing to, it's like a war within yourself, right? So a lot of people say we wrestle against like flesh and blood. I don't believe that. I believe our spirit, who we are in our core, and our conditioning is at war.
Very cool.
I believe. So it's like we got to recondition and
Mhm.
get back, get one with our spirits, which is source. That's
Very
what I
cool. So, if you were helping people to ground themselves, what were some of the processes or methodologies that you use or have taught your clients to use to, once they get clear about who they are and that God is not outside of them, how do you get them to then use these processes to ground themselves?
well,
What are some of those processes, right?
I got to start by saying the first thing you said, which is that breathing, because
Yeah.
it's enter you. It almost like you breathe in whatever and you breathe out all of the stuff that has nothing to do with you.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
yeah, that's the first thing. It just centers, and then it's spending a lot of purposeful time with self. And when I say that, so me, I'm a single woman. I live alone, right?
Mhm.
But no, I found that I spend no time with myself, such as when I'm watching, I'll sit down to watch a movie that I want to watch, but I'm actually on my phone on social media,
Mm.
not present.
Not present. So yes, that's
I
right.
have to become present with,
Mm.
I mean, you got to really get present. It's funny because me and a person are talking, we talk about the movie. and they talk about a bunch of stuff, and I didn't see that. I'm like, that happened? That happened? You know, and it came to me, you're not present. Your attention is everywhere. So that's like with self. I'm hearing everybody else's viewpoint of what I'm supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not present. I got to shut all of that out. So it's becoming very present. Journaling has saved my life. I always tell them to journal. I say, if you got to start off by writing ice cream down 30 times, because
Mm-hmm.
that's on your mind, write ice cream.
Okay.
Whatever. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah. And nature, we have to be in nature. We gotta, I had a few weeks ago, I was like, I need to be in nature. Y'all tell me what some places, and you like, hey, boom, 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 boom.
I don't know why I act like everybody talking to me.
Uh, I loved it. I be needing it. When I saw, you know what's funny? When I saw you respond, I was like, girl, you got her whole phone number. Why you just call her? You could have just called
Because you were probably on the thought. Yeah, you know how sometimes you have a thought. It ain't all like, let me call Moot and find
her.
out. Because, I mean, I know a lot, right? And it's not like I think everybody think ask Moot. That's why sometimes I respond because I'm like, they don't know what I know.
Yeah,
But, I love being in nature. Yeah.
better. You feel more at one. You don't feel judgment. At
Hmm.
least, so those are, I think I named maybe four things. Those are some quick four things that they always work.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, Kim, thank you so much for taking time. And then, where can people get in touch with you if they needed to set up a session? And then, do you have any event or any courses coming up or anything that they can actually engage with you in?
Yes. So if you want to set up an appointment or a consultation, because we do that first, we got to get to know each other first.
Mm-hmm.
Um, KimPerdue.com. I have a website. You just go to KimPerdue.com, KIMPERDUE.com. I'm on social media as the same. Well, Kimberly Purdue is the Facebook. Instagram is Kim Purdue Official. What I have coming up, courses. I am in the works of filming courses right now. We are talking about how to successfully date in your 40s and up, because there is a we
Yes.
should be out here winning in
That's
dating
come on.
at 40 plus. It shouldn't be harder. It's supposed to be easier. So we give them some real breakdowns there. So yeah, that's what I have going on.
That is absolutely amazing. And I thank you so much. And I thank you for everyone that is listening. We are here every Friday and we're talking to the Master Force coaches in the Coaches Corner because we just want to give you a little bit of information that's going to make your life a little bit easier. So join us next week when we have Master Force Coach Goldie, Alanda, my niece Aretha, okay? And she's going to be talking about how to use life coaching for yourself because we teach that also in our classes, right?
Yes.
All right, Coach Kim. So you
Thank
go and have a fabulous day, and I'll be
you.
talking to you soon. And come go walking with me on the lake sometime, okay?
I, for sure.
All
Okay.
right. Bye, everybody. Have a good day.